Hey, yeah, Sam here with Splash Bros Sports. As you guys know, we're here to give you the most waviest sports content. Currently covering the NBA playoffs. Tonight's episode is going to be on the recap of that Kings versus Warriors game one. That was a very spicy game one. Definitely going to be one of the more spicier matchups, probably the best matchup that we have in the first game series. There's a lot of scoring. The total went up to 249. As you saw, the Kings were able to pull it out by three. I still thought the Warriors were within striking distance. This is one of those games where they were known for having a good game, although they lost, but they had the game. It was within striking distance. They could have easily won. They were rolling with their punches. Sometimes, I'll read stats off in a while. It looks like a 2K game, but just to dive into some of those stats, here's what they were working with. They got Looney had 8 and 9, 9 rebounds. Draymond had 4 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists with 2 steals. You had Curry with 30 points and 6 rebounds, but out of the 30 points, he was 11 of 20 from the floor. That's 55%. He also was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, obviously is 100. And then he shot 6 of 14 from 3 point line, which is 3 of 7. That's pretty close to like 43% more or less. Yeah, as far as Clay had 21, 6 and 5. He was 8 of 19 from the floor, 5 of 14 from three. So that percentage is just a little below 40% more or less. And then in regards to Jordan Poole and Wiggins, they each had 17 apiece, more or less. Now on the Kings side of things, you had Sabonis with 12 and 16. He was a little bit cold, 5 of 17 from the floor. Obviously, had his 2 for 4 from the free throws as well. Now, the big stories here were definitely the De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. Fox had 38 and 5. He was 13 to 27 from the floor, which is pretty close to 50%. 8 to 12 from the free throw line, which is 66%. And he was also 4 of 8 from three with 3 steals. So he shot 50% from the 3 point line off 8 attempts. Not that bad. You have Malik Monk, 32 off the bench. I think this is the reason why I have the Warriors in the second game and I don't have the Kings going as crazy in game two. I don't think Malik Monk drops 30 off the bench again. He might have a good game again, but not no 30 points. Like that was a little crazy. Had 32 off the bench, 8 of 13 from the floor, 14 of 14 free throws. Now, I was watching the game. I can't say that he was drawing a lot of contact. He was getting a lot of calls, but for Steph Curry, the reigning Finals MVP, only getting a foul call to get 2 out of 2 free throws, but Malik Monk coming off the bench and gets 14. I have a problem with that. Obviously, also have a problem because even like people like LeBron and Harden who drive constantly, they don't get no calls like that. And if they do, they're not getting no 14 free throws attempts. Like, come on. Besides that, Monk had 2 of 4 from the 3 point line. Uh, you also had TreyLyles chip in 16. He was 4 for 6 from three. Harrison Barnes, calm little 13 and 7, 5 of 11 from the floor. I think this next game in game two, you definitely want to look for Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray to step out and do them. Respectfully, they had 6 and 2 points. I think they're going to step it up this next game. Definitely look to them score like 10 to 15 points around there. Right, probably get hot from three as well. So the Kings, I did think escaped with the one in game one. Obviously, it was a high scoring game, a lot of pulling punches there, here and there. The Warriors, we kind of saw the full arsenal with Wiggins back. Might have been a little cold. I believe he was like 1 of 8 from three, 7 of 16 from the floor. Poole was also 4 of 10 from the floor. So not the best field goal shooting percentages in that regard. But once we get that rust off, I think they're going to be in for a long series. Obviously, the Warriors have the experience that the Kings do not. And a lot of things that a lot of people overlook is the fact that, yes, the Kings led the league in scoring, but who was the number 2 team? You guys guessed it. That's right. The Golden State Warriors right behind them. So besides that, what makes the difference between the two teams is that the Warriors have the better defense. At a certain point in the season, they have the top five defense. So you got Looney and Draymond down there. They're going to be a recipe to make things harder for you, as we saw with Sabonis going 5 of 17 from the floor. So I think they have a lot to offer there. Each of them both dropped or got 9 rebounds. So that speaks in itself. And they're both very physical down low. So I think it's going to be a 7 game series. I think it goes seven. My original pick was Warriors in seven. A lot of experts, they had the Warriors in six. If the Warriors get serious, they can definitely win in six. Although they might have lost game one, they have game two tonight later on. And I think they could easily bounce back from it. It's not nothing to shy away from. They barely lost game one. Steph played his part. Clay might come around, scar a little bit more. Poole might score more. Wiggins might lock up. I think now in this next game, you want to look out for them putting Wiggins on De'Aaron Fox, slow him down, bigger body, probably could stay with him. But Fox is the fastest guy in the NBA, so that's why it's a little tough. But other than that, I think this is going to be the best 7 game series that we are seeing currently in the first round. If Paul George was healthy, keyword if, maybe the Phoenix and Clipper one would have been up there on par with this one. But I just think that this one is the spiciest, a lot of firepower. Mike Brown's also the former assistant coach of the Warriors. He won championships with them. Now he is the coach of the year candidate, if not already coach of the year with the Sacramento Kings. So everything's coming full circle. The Kings haven't been to the playoffs in about some time, and the team was recently looking to sell, move out the area. Now they got the playoffs, and they got the new tradition of lighting the beam every time that they win. So I like the direction the team is heading. I like what they had to offer. They're on the rise. They're here. They're like where Memphis was at last year in a sense, but they're the new team, the new era. They're here. Maybe some minor tweaks this offseason, a player there, star player, who knows? Maybe they now make themselves contenders. Not that they aren't already, but they just lack that experience. So, and they're facing the reigning defending champs. So that's why a lot of people had the champs in 6. However, I won't be stunned. Kings win in 7. That was my second pick. I already originally just saw this whole series going 7. Either way, I have it going 7, but I have Warriors winning in 7. I won't be surprised if the Kings win in 7, though. So we're going to see what happens tonight. It's game 2. Steph Curry, reigning finals MVP. I know you got to bring it tonight. Play game 6, maybe. Who knows? Jordan Poole splash party. We need to see something. So, I want to see is a great game. We want to see how it turns out. If the Kings go up 2-zip, it's probably going to be spicy, and we're going to look into that. It's going to start maybe pressing that panic meter after they light that beam. So that's all that we have for today. I just want to say thank you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and follow. And we will definitely be keeping on with the waviest sports content on the internet. Have a good one, all.